Hi gents, I'm going to take a third look at the 1-3s, the 1-3, 1-3, 1-3. Now we've already established that they're all over the place. So what we're going to do now is look at building a solo in one place in preparation, if you like, for the previous lesson. So I'm going to, the trick is to do the least for the most effect. That's the point. Now I'm not suggesting for a minute I'm any good at it, but that's something I was advised from at a very young age to do with any guitar solo, is to make it add to the song. That seems to be being lost in recent times, just for all the shredding and all this cleverness. Now I'm not against shredding at all. It just, if I were 16, I have no doubt I would be doing it, but I'm not, and it never appealed to me anyway, because I wanted to be Buddy Guy, which is a bit daft because I was into the punk songs. But anyway, yeah, it's really weird doing all this punk type stuff when I really wanted to. Okay, so using the second, well, what we're going to do is, if you pick a starting point, you can then find that starting point in the other places. So for example, if I start on the second of those 1-3, so I've got 1-3, 1-3, 1-3, I start on the second one, which in this case is a G. I then find it everywhere else. I know that I've sort of mentally rehearsed where they are, and now I can start a riff from that second set of 1-3. So thinking of, I'm starting on the second set. The second note is actually the key of the tune. This is in A. Okay. A minor. Now, excuse me, I've got some grit in my mouth. I don't know where that's come from. So I'm going to play a very, very small, easy riff, starting on the second position, second pair of 1-3s, and then I'm going to try to repeat it all over the neck. Okay, so this is all I'm trying to do, is learn. This is if you like, an adjunct to lesson 1, lesson 2, to learn where to start. That's all I'm trying to do. My objective is to learn where to start. Second one, and on D. The second one over here is this one. And over here it's. Okay, so that's the second one. Okay, so again, that's just a trick. If you work out a starting point here, know where all the other starting points are. So this time I'll start with it on the third string of the. I'll start on this. Okay, so and then if of course you can pick a mix. So So now you've got two different starting points. You can do one starting point here, another starting point over there, and so on. So I start on the second pair over here, and when I move up here, over here, I can start on the third string. So I'll start on the second string, well, the second of the 1-3s. I'm calling these 1-3, 1-3, fingerings, 1-3, 1-3, 1-3. So, you've almost got a call and answer, listen. So I'll answer it with. So I'm starting on the second string, second of the 1-3s here, and I'm going to answer it somewhere else, starting at the third string. So. Okay, now if I go somewhere else, I might start a riff on the first string. So I'll start first string. I've got 1-3, 1-3, 1-3. So my first is the first 1-3. So I'll start a riff on the first 1-3. Move to somewhere where I start on the second. So that's sort of working, isn't it? That's better than going to the third. So I'll go first, second over here, and we'll do the third over there. No, I'll do the third somewhere up here. So first. Second, so second of the 1-3s. Now I'll move right up here and start with the third string. Third one. So it sort of makes sense. You can also do it in the one area. Move on to the third string. Then start on the second one. Go back to the first. I might go second. Go back to the first. And second again. So all I'm doing is varying. I'm just fiddling it, almost like a sketch pad where I'm doodling, or noodling as a lot of guitarists call it. Okay, so let's just review. I've got my 1-3, 1-3, 1-3. I'm referring to the first 1-3 as one starting point, the second 1-3 as another starting point, the third 1-3 as another starting point. I'm then varying my starting points. I could start and do a riff here, starting on the first one, move up to here, then start one on the third one. Whatever works. Now use your ears. If you like it, then it's right. If you don't like it, then change it. Okay, so let's put it in a sequence. So far I've done the starting on the first 1-3. I moved up to here and it started on the third one. So the next time, just for variety, I'll go to the E7 and come back and do a second string riff start. So I'm going to go the whole thing now. First position. Start on the second one. Go to the E7th and I'll do, say, the third position start, and I'll do it down here. was a second position, and then I'll round it off with the ninths. First position now. Third position. Third position, here we go. Now that is a second position, a second group start. So hope that helps. I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, feel free to drop me a very angry comment, and I'll go through it. Probably worth discussion on a live stream, all this stuff, because it really does make the job so much easier. Right, hope this helps. Hope to see. Oh, and a shout out to Riff Magos, because he sounds like he really knows what he's talking about. So just certain things he says make me think he's got some deep reserves there. So shout out to Riff. Okay, hopefully speak to you all soon live, and have a good evening or morning or wherever you are in the world. See you later, gents. Bye.